All right, Shalom. First and foremost, giving all honor, praises, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. All right, double honors to our apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who rule well. Slacky. And peace, love, salutations, and blessings to the Lord's elect. Okay, that's the brother Yeshaya, Parliament of Valley, South Carolina, coming at you with another lesson. This lesson is about things heating up in the Middle East, man. All right, as we know, this is the 2020 the year of prophecy, man, and hey, the Lord has made it come in with a bang. Okay, and this is only the second, third day of the year, and you already got things like this happening, man. Okay, if I don't know if brothers have heard about it yet. It happened in the wee hours of the night, so it's gonna be I know when I wake up in the morning, brothers gonna be all on it. I just happen to work late, so I'm always up around this time. And like I said, it said the last update was an hour ago, published 2 hours ago. So around midnight, 11, something like that. This story surfaced, but Iran vows harsh retaliation after U.S. airstrike kills Iranian General Qasem Soleimani. If I'm spelling it, pronouncing it right. Okay, now this has huge war implications, man. You know, and this is exciting, man, because the Lord is showing now that he like we always know that he's not playing. He hasn't been playing, but he's amping it up, man. Like the Book of Haggai says, though I will tell you it will happen, you know, but you still won't believe it. So I mean, hey, brother's been in this thing for years going on, and we've heard of World War III on the brink and all these wars and rumors of wars, but when it happens, you're amazed all over again, like wow, like you never heard it before, man. This is one of the cases, and I'm just speaking as a man speaking for myself. I was like, wow, I just got excited when and there was a Jake that I was working with that told me about this, man. I didn't even know about this. Okay, so hey man, that's a beautiful thing, man. Hey, the Lord is on his way of coming back. So I'm gonna get right into it. I'm gonna read this story, Fox News, of course. Um, I'm gonna read this article, pieces of this article. Then I'm gonna get into the scriptures, man. All right. Iran vows harsh retaliation after U.S. airstrike kills Iranian General Qasem Soleimani. All right. Iraq courts cuts Force leader Qasem Soleimani. Uh, you know, um, yeah, reportedly killed in Baghdad airstrike. Reaction and analysts from House Armed Service Committee member Michael Waltz and Fox and Friends weekend co-host Pete Hegseth. Iran's supreme leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, whatever, on Friday warned that a harsh retaliation is waiting for the U.S. after a airstrike on an airport in Baghdad killed Iranian General Qasem Soleimani, the head of Iran's elite Quds force. So, hey, that's an act of war right there in itself, man. The Most High, Yahweh, in the name of His Son Yahweh Shai, orchestrated Donald Trump and his military force, but ultimately, you know, the high level elite, they planned this out, man. And I don't know if it's true or not, but hey, you know, well, hey, only time can tell. But even this being in the news is a is a sign of what's to come, man. America is headed to World War III. With the other nations, man, it's gonna be basically America's gonna get jumped by by all these other nations. Like, okay, we know America has its allies, but yeah, they're gonna get jumped, man. All right, and like the scriptures detail it. These countries coming from the coming together, basically being in league with each other. All right, Russia being at the forefront of it, in the eastern side of the world, and their allies. to destroy America off the face of the planet Earth, man. Trump, and all right, here we go. Trump, um, Slovakia. The Iranian state TV carried a statement by Khamenei, who also called Soleimani the international face of resistance. Khamenei declared 3 days of public mourning for the general's death. Trump orders attack that kills Iranian General Qasem Soleimani. Other military officials in Baghdad, Pentagon says. The Iranian foreign minister warned that the U.S. will bear all the consequences of the foolish military attack, claiming Soleimani's assassination would only escalate tensions in the region, given that he was the most effective force fighting terrorism carried out by the Islamic State. Now, Iran, all right, modern day Iran, aka the Persians, after not after going out of their reign, Slacky, I was just being aware of my surroundings. Okay, yeah. After falling, to the I think it was the Grecian Empire, the Medo-Persian Empire, then the Grecian Empire. Um, you know, and now they're present day called Iran, and Iran is not that big of a state or a military presence, man. But you know what? This is the year of prophecy, and the prophecy states that let the weak say they are strong, and we're gonna get that after I finish reading parts of this article. Okay, so Iran is calling out the big bad wolf, man. America, which if something like this would have happened, say 40, 50 years ago, hey, you wouldn't even heard about it. Iran would have just tucked its tail, but hey, it's backed by their big brother Russia, and Russia's backed by who? China and other various countries, man. So anybody scared of America, man? All right. Javad Zarif, the foreign minister of Islamic Republic of Iran, said on Twitter that the U.S. active international terrorism targeting and assassinating General Soleimani, the most effective force fighting Daesh, ISIS, al-Nusra, al-Qaeda, et al., is extremely dangerous and a foolish escalation. Okay, so yeah, I think that's about it. Hey, man, this was an act of war. All right, and this is only going to lead America into World War III. All right, which is biblical prophecy. All right, so let's get right into the scriptures, man. The book of Joel, chapter 3, verse 10. Okay, beat your plowshares into swords. Now, this is the prophecy talking about turning, money that you would use for agriculture and stuff like that to invest into instruments and weapons of war. And that's exactly what these countries are doing, man, because, that's part of the reason that GMO foods are so prevalent now. Okay, you can make food to appease the masses, all right, because that's all it's doing, pacifying the masses. It's not real food, but people are so dumbed down now that they'll eat seedless watermelon and seedless grapes and think nothing of it. So you pulling one over the sheeple, okay, how they call y'all. All right, you pulling the wool over the sheeple's head, the proverbial wool over the sheeple's head, and you put in that money that you would spend on, otherwise agriculture and cultivating crops and stuff like that. You're using that for your military might and weapons and ultimately nukes, man. Okay. Let the weak say, "I am strong." Okay. So, hey, the weak are saying that they are strong, man, and Iran's considered a so-called weak state, a weak country, because of its lack of it's not the largest in number. Okay, their military is not the largest. All right, so they're one of the weaker nations, man. But now they're standing up for themselves, man. Because like I said, if this would have happened 20, 30 years ago, you wouldn't have heard nothing from Iran. Iran would have just been, hey, you wouldn't even heard that this happened. Okay, this wouldn't even made your news. Okay, but we know who controls the media. That's another lesson for another day. But hey, he says, "Let the weak say, I am strong. Assemble yourselves and come, all ye heathen, and gather yourselves together round about. Thither cause thy mighty ones to come down, O Lord." Okay, so hey, these nations are gathering around and about in the Middle East, which is the valley of Jehoshaphat. Okay, let the heathen be wakened and come up to the valley of Jehoshaphat or Jehoshaphat, for there will I judge all the nation round about. Okay, so the Lord is about to judge all these nations round about in the valley of Jehoshaphat. All right, America's gonna get totally destroyed, but the Middle East needs to be cleansed because that's the Holy Land. And when the kingdom of heaven is established under the rule of Yahweh, Yahweh Shai, King David and the 144,000, we're still gonna have to go to the Holy Land. All right, to keep the ordinances that Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai made for us to keep. Okay, we're going to the Passover, the new Passover. Day of all that, man. We still have to keep those days, man. All right. Uh, so yeah, man. So this is a beautiful time to live in, man. Like the scriptures say, uh, great men desire to see what you see, man. Ezekiel 38, and the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Gog, the land of Magog, the chief prince of Mishal and Tubal, and prophesy against him. And that's talking about modern day Russia, man. And thus saith the Lord, power, Yahweh, behold, I am against thee, O Gog, the chief prince of Mishal and Tubal, and I will turn thee back and put hooks in thy jaws, and will bring thee forth and all thine army, horses and horsemen, all of them clothed with all sorts of armor, even a great company with bucklers of shield, all of them handling swords. So Most High is saying that he's gonna turn Russia back into that Soviet state that they were in prior to the Cold War, during the Cold War. Okay, and they're gonna have symbolic for the army, horses, and the horsemen, and all types of armor, and great company with bucklers and shields and handling swords, talking about their military weaponry, their warfare, man. You know, Persia, Ethiopia, and Libya with them, all of them with shield and helmet, and that's allies, man. Persia, okay, and modern day Persia is, guess what? Iran. So hey, Iran knows that big brother Russia, big mother Russia, okay, is backing them. So that's why they're so gun ho and like, okay, well, they're threatening America, man. Okay, because they know they're not alone. It's like we was talking about this at camp. It's like you talking stuff behind your big bad brother that runs the neighborhood, and nobody's gonna say anything because that's your brother, man. All right. So hey, Russia is gonna defend um, Persia or modern day Iran, as the scriptures are going to tell us. All right, Gomer and all his bands, the house of Togomar of the north quarters, and all his bands, and many people with thee. Be thou prepared and prepare for thyself, thou and all thy company that are assembled unto thee, and be thou a guard unto them. So Russia is a guard unto these neighboring to these nations, man. Okay, so Russia is gonna be the big brother, so to say, or the guard to the Chinese, the Chinese and their allies, Iran and their allies, and all these other allies, man. Okay, so it's a beautiful thing, man. Prophecy is popping off, man. You know, and the scriptures talk about World War III in the scriptures, man. All right, prophecy, 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 man. Revelation 9 and 12. One war is past, and behold, there come two wars one after. So, these that was talking about World War I, but there's two more wars after, man. Okay, and World War III is on the cusp, man. All right, so let me get that real fast. Hold on. All right, and that's gonna be in Revelation 11. Yep, and 14. The second woe is past, and behold, the third woe cometh quickly. So when you go through prophecy, especially in Revelation, talks about the world wars. Okay, and the third woe cometh quickly, man. And the third woe is, or the third war is gonna usher in the return of Yahweh Shah, man. So it's a beautiful thing. It's beautiful times that we live in, man. All right. Now, just because this happened doesn't mean that the end is yet, man. As Yahweh Shah, our great Lord, King, and Savior, has told us, man. All right. I'm gonna start at 3. And he sat upon the Mount of Olives, and the disciples came unto him privately, saying, Tell us when shall these things be, and what shall be the sign of thy coming and the end of the world? And Yahweh Shah answered and said unto him, Take heed that no man deceive you, for many shall come in my name, saying, I am the anointed or Christ, and shall deceive many. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars, okay? And this right now is a rumor of war because this was an act of war. Killing the top general in a country that you're so-called beefing with, all right, is a act of war, okay? So see that ye be not troubled, for all things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. So hey, just because this happened, the end is not yet. We still have a couple things that we're waiting on to come to pass. A couple prophecies that we have to come to pass, man. All right, that the Most High Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai has yet to come to pass. Okay, so yeah, man. This is a beautiful time to live in, man. I'm gonna go to the book of Jeremiah 50. I got one more scripture, and then I'm gonna wrap it up. I'm kind of tired, man. I've been up all fucking day, man. Jeremiah 50:1, the word that the Lord spake against Babylon, against the land of the Chaldeans, by Jeremiah the prophet. Declare ye among the nations, and publish and set up a standard, publish and conceal not. Say, Babylon is taken, Bel is confounded, Merodach is broken in pieces, her idols are confounded, her images are broken in pieces. Okay, for out of the north there cometh up a nation against her, which shall make her land desolate, and none shall dwell therein. There shall depart both man and beast, and that has not happened yet. Okay, and if you look at the northern hemisphere, all right, America is on the western side of it, but Russia, all right, it is on the northern side of the eastern side of the hemisphere, man. If that made any sense, all right. In them days and in that time, saith the Lord, the children of Israel shall come, they and the children of Judah together, going and weep, and they shall go and seek the Lord their power. They shall ask the way to Zion with their faces thitherward, saying, Come and let us join ourselves to the Lord in a perpetual covenant that shall not be forgotten. And that's what we're doing right now. We're fulfilling that prophecy right now. Certain of us men are coming back to Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai in all truth and sincerity. All right. Let's see. I'm gonna start at 9. I'm gonna skip down to 9. For lo, I will raise and cause to come up against Babylon an assembly of great nations against the north country. All right, and that north country right there, that's talking about Babylon. Or Naslakia, talking about Babylon, aka America, getting jumped. Like I said earlier, made that analogy by those countries, i.e. Russia, and their their allies, which include Iran. And they shall set themselves in array against her. From thence she shall be taken. Their arrows shall be as a mighty expert man, none shall return in vain. Woo, so that's talking about them arrows, man. That's talking about them thermonuclear missiles that's going to destroy this fucking world, man. I mean, it's like parts of the world, but America, holy, man. Okay, holy, WHOLLY. All right. Oh, that's beautiful. Look, ha. Shoot. Hey, the script. Hey, the spirit is beautiful. Call all Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shabbat Hashem Harakakadash. I'm gonna skip down. I know. Verse 12. Your mother shall be sore confounded. She that bare you shall be ashamed. And what's that talking about? That's talking about Great Britain. That's talking about the UK, Great Britain. Moreoverly, that birthed so-called America. All right, behold, the hindermost of the nations shall be a wilderness, a dry land, and a desert. Because of the wrath of the Lord, it shall not be inhabited. It shall be wholly desolate. Everyone that goeth by Babylon shall be astonished and hiss at her plagues, man. Okay, so hey, that this is beautiful, man. We're in some beautiful times, man. Now I'm gonna go down to Jeremiah 50:23. Because it's prophesied that America is going to be destroyed, aka the hammer of the earth. All right, and that represents they was once the military power of the whole earth, and they basically had the whole earth in their hands, but now it's dwindling away. How is the hammer of the whole earth cut asunder and broken? How has Babylon become a desolation among the nations, man? So, you know, America's not what it once was, man. Okay, and hey, we're in some beautiful times, man. I'm gonna end it with that, giving all honor, praises, and glory to Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shah by Hashem, Dash. Double honors to the apostles and elders at Great Millstone. Rule well, peace, love, salutations, and blessings to the Lord's elect. Hey, until next time, Shalom.